Okay, let's move on to 123. Okay, a sample is a mixture of potassium chloride and potassium bromide. When a 0.1024 gram of sample is dissolved in water and react with the excess silver nitrate, a 0.1889 gram of solid is obtained. What is the composition by mass percent of the mixture? So what have happened is basically the same as the previous question, that when you add some silver nitrate into a mixture of potassium chloride and potassium bromide, and you will obtain silver chloride and silver bromide. Is that clear? Okay, so this is not a difficult question, but basically, if you cannot use the calculator very effectively, then I think there will be a little bit problem. So this is why this is in the challenging problem. 那这题主要是要你会用这个计算机。那如果说你会用计算机的话，那接下来你解的就会顺利很多。Okay, so what we can do is like this. We already know that when you add silver nitrate inside of this mixture, you will happen two equation is like this. I will not fully write it down, and you will obtain this, and the samely this. This is quite the same. So what we have to do, we have to set up two equations. So we let that the moles of potassium chloride is X, and the moles of potassium bromide is Y. Okay, I think that is quite easy in this part. So later on, we know that the sample is 0.1024 moles. All right, so we know that this is 1025 moles. So the first clue is over here. The total mass of the mixture is 1.1024. So you can basically write down the first equation is X times 74.55 pluses Y plus 119, and it will equals to 0.1024. Okay, secondarily, after this, 0.1889 of solid is obtained. Okay, then the moles over here is same as the moles over here. And the moles over here is the same moles over here, because after the reaction, the same amount will be obtained, because there have been a clue that the silver nitrate is excess. 那还有讲说这个 silver nitrate 是过量的，所以我们就假设说最后产生的 KBr 跟 AgBr 是一样多的。All right, so later on we can set up the equation like this: is X times 143.4. Okay, let's see what I forgot this. Plus Y times 187.8 will equal to 0.1889. Okay, actually, this is quite easy. So after obtaining this equation, the final problem is to calculate this. But you know, these numbers are not pretty. So whatever you have to do is use the calculator very wisely. So I will teach you how to use it. So basically, the first step is open your calculator, and you will want to use the equation solver in two different unknown number. 你会想要去解这个2元一次方程式，是利用你的计算机。You want to use the calculator to solve the equation that has two unknown number. So basically, first step is press the mode setup over here, press mode over here, and you will go into the table that looks like this. These are the function of this calculator can do. So now you want to solve the equation. So you can see 5 is equation over here. Then so you can press 5 and you will enter the equation mode. So later on, you will go into a page like this, and you can select what kind of equation do you want to solve. For example, the first one is we want to use equation with 2 unknown number, which is x and y. So notice here, the form of this equation is ax plus by equals to a coefficient c. So you have to follow how to type inside of this calculator. And second, there are three unknown number, which is x, y, z. So it is easily to understand that if you do have 2 unknown number, then you have to have 2 equations to solve the problem. And if you have 3 unknown number, you have to have 3 equations to solve the problem. Okay, and later on, is the 3 and 4 is the equation to solve several type of parabola. Okay, so after you select one, and you will go to the page like this. So basically, I told you again, the equation we are solving is look like this: 74.55x plus 119 was y equals to 0.1024. So in the first step, you have to enter 74.55 over here. And after you do this, you want to go to the next digest. What do? You press enter. No, I'm sorry. You press equal, and then you can go on to enter this. 那简单来讲的话，你进入这个2元一次方程式的时候呢，你第一步就是先输入这边的数字，就是 74.55 进去，然后你要继续输入下一个数字的时候呢，就是输入按这个等于，你就会进入下一个。And go by this rule and press equal every step. And then finally, when you finish all of this number typing, then you can press equal, and then the calculator will give you the final answer. So basically, the final answer over here is that x will equals to 1.06 times by 3 to the power of minus 3. Okay, so when we obtain the moles of the potassium chloride, then we can calculate how many percent by mass was there in the mixture. Again, we have the moles of potassium chloride. So we can calculate how many gram, which is the mass of this. And then we can calculate how many mass is there of the potassium bromide inside of the mixture. So basically, mass of potassium chloride is 1.06 times 3 to the power of minus 3. And then we can find out that the weight per mole is 74.55. And then we can find, I'm watching my notes, so I can calculate very fast. Okay, the total mass is 0.1024. So percent of potassium chloride is over. Okay, and then it is simply to be calculated is 77.1%. Then we can know percent of KBr is 22.9. Okay, end of story over here.